August 14th, 2026. The silence of the universe just died. At deep space observatories, the quantum sensors didn't just register a signal, they screamed. It wasn't a friendly alien greeting. It was a 4-word automated warning, sent on a loop from a source that should not exist. Arecibo decoded it too late. Be quiet, they hear. As we scramble to turn off our world's radio broadcasts, something massive, something that devours light itself, entered the Oort cloud. And it's not just listening anymore, it's here. To understand the horror of 2026, we must look back to our period of naive arrogance. In the fall of 1974, humanity was desperate to move beyond the Cold War and look to the stars. We were lonely. We wanted to be heard. We believed that any intelligence advanced enough to travel the cosmos would surely be benevolent.
On November 16th, from the massive dish at Arecibo, we screamed our location. A binary message, 1,679 bits of data detailing our mathematics, our biology, and exactly where to find our solar system. We aimed it at the M13 star cluster, 25,000 light years away.
3 years later, Voyager 1 and 2 left Earth, carrying the golden records. Kupfer plaques holding the sounds of Earth. Laughter, music, greetings in 55 languages. A bottle post in the cosmic ocean. For 50 years, we listened to the silence, congratulating ourselves on our bravery. We didn't realize that, in an empty forest, you don't light a signal fire unless you want to be hunted. We gave them the map, and we invited them in. August 2026. Deep space observatories across the globe, from the VLA in New Mexico to FAST in China, detected the exact same anomalous burst. It wasn't cosmic background noise. It was a targeted, tight beam transmission, originating from the precise coordinates where we sent the Arecibo message 50 years ago. It wasn't a complex mathematical equation or a peaceful greeting. The signal was unnervingly short, highly compressed, and repeating on a precise 14-minute loop. When quantum supercomputers in Geneva finally broke the layer of alien encryption, the control room went dead silent. It wasn't interstellar poetry. It wasn't schematics for advanced technology. It was translated into plain English. They had deciphered our language from the Voyager records for one single purpose: to transmit an automated distress protocol. 4 simple words flashed across the monitors. Be quiet. They hear. The terrifying part wasn't just the message itself. It was the grim reality behind it. It was a desperate, final warning from a dying civilization. They were never the apex hunters of the galaxy. They were the prey. And by proudly broadcasting our location to the cosmos, we didn't invite a friend. We just handed our coordinates to whatever hunted them. To understand why the cosmos is silent, you must understand the dark forest theory. Imagine the universe as a dark, infinite forest. Every civilization is an armed hunter, stalking through the trees like a ghost, pushing branch after branch aside, trying to step without making a sound. In this forest, survival is the absolute priority. But there are 2 fundamental axioms you can never escape. Civilizations continuously grow and expand, but the total matter in the universe remains finite. Worse still is the chain of suspicion. In deep space, distance creates an insurmountable barrier. You can never truly know if another species is benevolent or malevolent. And even if a civilization seems primitive today, a technological explosion could allow them to surpass you tomorrow. Therefore, in the dark forest, there is only one logical action when you discover another life form. Destroy it before it becomes a threat. You do not talk, you do not negotiate, and you never reveal your position.
Humanity spent 50 years shouting into the night, assuming the forest was empty. We didn't realize everyone else was hiding in the shadows with their weapons drawn, and we had just set off a flare right above our heads.
Within weeks of deciphering the warning, humanity's worst fears were confirmed. Deep space infrared sensors registered a massive gravitational anomaly at the outer edge of the Oort cloud, just past the orbit of Pluto.
It wasn't a natural comet or a rogue asteroid. It was a cold, light-absorbing relativistic mass, decelerating as it cut through the icy debris of our solar system. Whatever sent the warning wasn't far away, and whatever hunted them had already arrived. In a bit of pure desperation, global leaders enacted Project Silence, an emergency command forcing an immediate shutdown of every broadcast tower, satellite array, and mega power grid on Earth.
For the first time in over a century, our planet went dark. Cities turned off their lights, communication networks fell silent, and humanity held its breath in the shadow of the night. But deep down, the scientific community knew the brutal truth. Turning off the lights today was useless. The electromagnetic wave of our civilization had already expanded over 100 light years into deep space. The signal fire had been burning for a century, and the shadow was already closing in. By late 2026, the anomaly had crossed the orbit of Mars. It didn't deploy an armada. It didn't fire kinetic warheads. It didn't need to. As the object penetrated the inner solar system, an intense electromagnetic suppression field expanded ahead of its trajectory. Satellites in Earth's orbit didn't just lose power. Their optical sensors and silicon microprocessors permanently fried within seconds. Every desperate attempt by military networks to transmit a peace signal or surrender protocol was instantly swallowed by the void surrounding the entity. It created an absolute technological quiet zone. Ground observatories, utilizing heavy gravitational lensing, finally captured a clear silhouette of the anomaly. A seamless, light-absorbing monolith, kilometers wide, gliding silently through the vacuum of space.
Humanity had spent centuries dreaming of first contact, expecting grand space battles or a philosophical exchange of knowledge. But the dark forest offered no dialogue, no glory, and no mercy. The silence wasn't a negotiation. It was the hunter quietly closing the distance.
There is an old human myth about lost explorers lighting a signal fire on a dark, unknown island, believing that any ship that saw the light would surely come to save them. We spent 50 years looking at the stars through a dangerous romantic lens, convinced that advanced intelligence was a divine gift and that the universe was patiently waiting to embrace us as equals.
We were wrong. We made a fatal error of cosmic judgment. The dark forest does not negotiate with the curious, nor does it tolerate the naive. It does not answer prayers, and it does not forgive arrogance. As the formless shadow of the monolithic entity finally settles and solidifies across our world, the lights of civilization vanish, and the global communication networks go dead silent one by one. The interstellar quiet we broke so carelessly has returned. But this time, it is heavy. It is permanent, and it is terrible. Look up at the open night sky tonight. Take a deep breath and appreciate the faint glow of distant stars while you still can. Because out there, in the infinite, freezing blackness, something has finally answered our call. And as the last light fades from our cities and darkness reclaims our planet, one inescapable, haunting question remains. If every other advanced civilization in the cosmos is actively hiding in the dark, why did we choose to turn on the light? End of file. End of transmission.